We have a review today here of the North American Arms Mini Master and Sidewinder. We'll start with the Mini Master. This would have been produced before the Sidewinder. Sidewinder is a bit of an evolution in the manufacturing by North American Arms. The Mini Master has large grips that you can get a 3-finger grip around, which is nice. Now to unload and reload this here model, you have to pull down on this spring-loaded little tab here at the front and twist it, and here the pin will come out, which then allows the cylinder to fall out. You can then load your rounds in here. You put your cylinder back in place, and then you put your pin back in, and when it gets back to the back of the barrel here, it slides into place and locks. Now, the mechanism works the same on both of these firearms. Here's the trigger, this little nub right here. They're both single action revolvers, which means that when the hammer is down and you pull the trigger, nothing can happen. You have to cock the hammer fully to the rear. Now when I pull the trigger, the hammer will fall and fire the round. I don't want to do that and dry fire this little gun, so we're going to ease the hammer back down. Now there's also a half cock feature right there. That allows you also to easily get the cylinder in and out. And it allows you, if you hold on to your hammer and pull the trigger, you can rotate the cylinder to where you come to the lock. In between each chamber, there's a little slot. You can maybe see it right here. And if I line that up and drop the hammer down on it gently, there, it'll lock the cylinder into position. So that's your safety on this firearm. The hammer's down, the cylinder is locked, so the hammer's not on around. It's actually in between the two chambers. And now you can safely carry this in your pocket or holster or whatever it is. You can see it actually has some really nice sights on the front and back that give you actually a very good sight picture with this. Of course, these are close-range pistols. They would have been, for around the card table or something back in the 1800s. And likely here in Canada, nobody's been ever, harmed in a crime with one of these, at least since that era. And so it's a shame that we're no longer allowed to buy and sell these little derringers, these pieces of history. Now moving on to the Sidewinder. It's got a smaller handle that you can really only get 2 fingers on, but it's got rosewood, which is really nice. Again, same exact mechanism that works the trigger and the hammer. On the Sidewinder, however, you don't have the back sights. You just have a bead sight out here on the end of the barrel. To unload this, you're going to pull your hammer to half cock position. You're going to pull upwards on this here, and then drop your cylinder. Your cylinder, unlike the Mini Master, this was made much more like a traditional revolver where your cylinder stays attached to the revolver, and you have the little rod here to eject your rounds. You then load it up, push it back into place, and same thing once you're here, you would pull back on the hammer, rotate your cylinder, find where the lock is between the 2 chambers, and drop your hammer back down there in order to keep this safe. Beautiful little guns. Let's test them out now and see how much accuracy we can get out of these. Okay, we've got our target out here at about 60 feet, which would be far beyond the range that this would ordinarily be used for. I'm going to try to hit my block of wood with the Mini Master. It's a little bit of a heavier pistol than the Sidewinder, and it has that nicer sight on it. So we'll see if I have any luck from here. I think if I hit that block, it'll fall over. I got no idea where I'm hitting that. Okay, so that's our review of the Mini Master and Sidewinder by North American Arms. We didn't hit much with it today, but all the same, fun little guns to shoot. And at close range, I guess they serve their purpose. Beautiful little pieces. They're never going to rust. They'd be something that you could hand down for generations in your family. I hope someday in Canada our laws reflect that, you know, we will be able to do so. And otherwise, it's a shame for the people who have bought these types of things to see that at the end of their life, these are going to be destroyed. I wanted to give a special thanks to the firearms community. You guys have been really great to us in terms of watching the videos, liking them, commenting on them, and subscribing to the channel. We get a lot of interest from the firearms community, and you've been very generous to us, so thank you very much. Of course, a lot of our content is not firearms related. Most of our work is doing forestry and then building things out of the stuff that we take out of our forest. I show a lot of unique building methods, as well as hand tools, axes, bow saws, knives. So we do the knife reviews, and we also do the odd firearms review.